I don't know where the I'm going, man. Day 3. We're on Grimsby, going for a wee pootle around North Uist. 10 stops planned on the route, various places. We'll try and find Hercules the bear's statue, distillery, just a bunch of different things. So that's the plan, 2.5 hours, but I'm hoping to get to this distillery by 4:30. It is 9:50 in the morning, so I've got plenty of time to poodle about and just have a good time. Seeing some stuff, riding around. You can see the weather's cloudy. It's forecast to be cloudy. Behind us is where the weather's coming from. It's coming east to west unusually. Normally the weather comes from the west, but it's east to west today. So looking behind me is east. Looks pretty bright. But the forecast is cloud all day, but no rain. That's the main thing, no rain until about 7 o'clock tonight. So I want to be tucked up back in the cabin by 7. I'm going to have a night in. I'm going to get some wood to make a bit of a wood fire as well on top of the peat. Make it a nice cosy one, hopefully with it raining. It's supposed to come at, the rain's coming at 7. It'd be lovely to be sitting by the fire having a bowl of soup in the rain. All the canoeists, look at these guys, or kayakers. And that's it. The weather, the temperature's 15.5. It feels colder, to be fair, than that. Apologies. Again, yeah. But you know, if it gets, I'm sure it's going to warm up. It is still only 10 in the morning. So a good, great sleep last night. Up bed. I fell asleep and that was it. Out like a light. Didn't wake up at all until the morning, with the sort of light coming through the door, slats in the door. Lovely. So up at 7. Okay, so that was Shoreline Stoneware. Talked to a lovely lady in there. One of those places where you go and it's so quiet and so small, you're like, I feel I've got to buy something. So I bought a little stone and some tablet. And she told me about a place, I wasn't planning on going here, but apparently down the road here there's it's worth a wee drive. Because it's quite moory, you can see it's quite lots of moorland here. But it opens up as you go down and you get along the shoreline and it's beautiful. And you, there's some kind of sculpture or something like that. So I thought I'd go along, see what it's like. Because this wasn't the original plan on the sat nav on the phone, I get audio directions from Siri, and she keeps saying proceed to the route because I'm going the wrong way. So she keeps interrupting the music to say proceed to the route. It's a bit annoying. So apparently right all the way down here until I get to a bit that says you can't go any further, but you can do it, but there's a right sharp turn to the right when you get there, and then you drive up a bit further till you can't go any further, and you just walk back 10 metres from there. Oh, see, that says no entry, so this must be the sharp turn. I tell you, one of the things about having the music on is that, oh, look at this, is that when you're filming, you obviously don't want to be singing along, and I sing along when the music's on. Especially when it's like big, massive power ballads that I definitely can't sing. So at the moment I've got Whitney Houston in my ears, and I would normally be singing my head off. I don't know which one is it. Is it called Don't Walk Away From Me or something like that? But anyway, I'll just have to listen and enjoy. Big key change. Oh, someone's either unloading or loading sheepies, are they? Hiya, sheepies. No, they're just wandering about in the road, as is their wont. But, oh man, you can't deny it's a beautiful landscape. This might be it. This is it. Pull up. That'll do. Well, that was it. It's called Sanctuary, apparently, that little sculpture. By Roddy Matheson. And supposed to depict some swans that visit here, apparently. And boat ribs, you know, from the fishing heritage, I guess. So that was worth a wee little put along. It's quite nice out here. And now we're off to Barpalangas, which is like a Neolithic tomb, I think is. No, I don't know what Neolithic means. Old. Right, back on decent roads again. And Barpalangas is 1.2 miles up the road. On the right. I think it's just like a mile. Well, it might just look like a pile of stones. Is that it up there? I mean, it looks about a mile away. I think that's probably it. And there's a wee car park thing, so I'm going to go now. There we go. As long as it's tarmacked, which it is. Oh, man, what are you doing? Right, so this is Barpalangas cairn, Neolithic cairn, and it's got a chamber inside, and presumably it's a burial chamber or something like that. There's apparently been a recent collapse. I don't know how long ago that was, so you can't go in it anymore. I'm not sure I'd ever would have gone in it. Have a look at this. If I try and show you. So we've got the, where are we? Yeah, there's the warning sign, don't enter. Would we go in there normally? I don't know if it's all rubble, I think it is. I'm not sure I'd have gone in there with all that stone on top, even if it was open. I think my own internal health and safety would have said no to that. Look at this though, look at the weather, it's so nice. It's just beautiful today, you know, it's a bit cloudy, but it's sunshine. There's sun on me now, you know, I didn't bring my suntan lotion, but it's really open and moory, like lots of moorland around here. That's Barpalangas. So, missed the sign. I'm so bad for this. Missed the sign for Langwoods, which is that woods there. So I had to do a wee U-ey, come back. I was looking at the road. I don't know if it's tarmacked up to there. I'm not going up if it's not tarmacked. I'm not going up on gravel. I'll fall over. So we'll just have to wait and see what it looks like. Oh no, it's tarmac, that's fine. So that was Langus Woods, and we found Hercules, the big 8-foot grizzly bear that disappeared when I was a kid. Again, was it 84, I think it said? Disappeared off for 3 weeks. Did a wee holiday, and apparently lost half his body weight, because obviously he was used to eating 20 pounds of meat a day. He was essentially a domesticated bear, so wasn't very skilled at hunting. And yeah, 3 weeks of worry for the parents, the owners. I remember that story, it was on the news most nights. Hercules is still missing, or there was a sighting of Hercules. So, off to the next stop. I can't remember how to pronounce it, it's all in Gaelic, Tagnagalish or something, it's some museum and thing. I'm hoping to find a shop somewhere soon. Are they cutting peat here or something? Or putting gravel down? I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I want to find a shop somewhere, maybe a co-op or something like that, get a sandwich. I'm going to try and have a wee picnic for lunch. It's 12 o'clock-ish, 10 past. Wee picnic on the beach, which is the stop after this one. Okay, so, yeah, that museum and art thingy was a little bit of a bust. I had a cafe though, which I got myself a roll for the beach, because that's where we're going next. Apparently it's amazing. So it's quite windy, and so I imagine it might not be that comfy, but it's warm. I was hoping it was going to be a nice the road I've just been on, all the way to the beach, but it's not. It's one of these single track ones, so I can't really motor it and lean it over in the bends and stuff like that. So we'll just put it along and get there when we get there. Well, that was the beach. Oh man, I mean, glorious. I've heard stories about beaches in the islands, you know, like Tyree and Uist, etc. And I've seen pictures as well, but they are pretty amazing. And they're so quiet. You know, I was on a beach that was at least a mile long. Nobody. For a while, nobody. Just me. And it's a great camping site there actually, with an honesty box. I mean, it's a bit, the road's a bit gravelly. I can ride the bike all the way up. So camper vans. Well, there were camper vans there. So caravans there as well. But great to tent there. Definitely take your car. But aye, that's lunch. So we're off to Skulpig Tower, whatever that is. I don't know what it is. It's the second last stop. It is 2:24. It's about half an hour ride to Skulpig. So that should be nice, cool off a bit. It's roasting. I mean, it says it's 17.5 degrees. That feels pretty warm because it's not that windy. Or it certainly wasn't when I was in a really sheltered beach there. Went for a paddle in the water. That is cold. But, you know, you get used to it. I reckon you could swim in it if you were used to cold water swimming. So we should be getting close to the next destination, which is Skulpig Tower. I've got no idea what it's going to be like. I'm going to slow down and have a look, see if it's got any signage, or if it's the usual virtually nothing. Until you're past your point of interest, and you sort of spot a little plaque somewhere, a little sign. Right, we should be like literally there. I'm not seeing any evidence of any towers, and the sat-nav said arrive. That's Skulpig Tower. So, right, I've just checked the sat-nav, and even though it was Apple Maps told me that we were here, it's still like another little bit up the road. Not very far. Just round the next bend. So I fully expect to, go over this rise, summit this hill. the vista opens up before me, and a huge tower with the words Skolpig emblazoned upon it. No. Right, I'm going to look for a brown sign. If there's a brown sign, that's what I'm going to go with. There's a singular viewpoint, which, yeah, I'd heard that was Skolpig. If you can get a good photo of the tower with St Kilda in the background. I mean, I'm just not seeing any evidence whatsoever of any kind of tower. Nothing. Perhaps these places of interest are a little bit oversold. It's still ahead. On the left. No, it's never on the left. Am I going? I'm not going the wrong way. I don't know where on earth I am. I don't know where the f I'm going, man. I'm having the same problem as I had in Wales. Like, all the road signs, because they've got all Gaelic as well as English, there's so much information on a road sign. You know, if you've got a road sign with 3 pieces of information, it's now 6. And then, like, in the time that you're riding along, look at the road sign, try to work out which one you can read, because it's not just a case of ignoring the Gaelic words, because all the names are in Gaelic. Places have just got Gaelic names. Of course they are. They don't translate the name of a town just because it's in Gaelic. Names are all made up anyway. So it's not a case of just avoiding those words. You know, although any word that's got lots of G's and H's and stuff like that in it, because that might be the English one. You know, the one that's supposed to be in English. But it's just using the Gaelic name, because it's making it very difficult, and I found that in Wales as well. Right, well, I've missed Skolpig Tower then. Like, I mean, I'm not entirely sure it would have been that impressive, since it's there's not a single road sign for it, not a single advertisement that it's there, and I couldn't see any towers. And it's not like it's, you know, hilly. Look how flat it is. You can see for miles. Anyway. Time for the distillery. We're now going for the last stop of the North Uist distillery. Watching out for the otters crossing. Shouldn't take too long. And I did say I'd like to get there for about 4 o'clock, so we're pretty much going to be bang on time. The day has turned out so glorious. It's hard to believe the rain's coming. I don't know if it is or not. I've started to sort of look at forecasts as more of a just be careful in case it happens, you know, because I've not seen a lot of rain, even though there's been a lot of forecast of it. It's 18.5 degrees now, so it's lovely and warm. You know, might actually put the wee sun visor down, rest my eyes a wee bit from the bright glare of the sun. It just looks lovely just now. This is the busiest I've seen it. This is rush hour, North Uist. Right, this is us back on Benbecula now. Right, well, we're almost there. I've really got the sun today, I feel. I can feel it on my face. It's feeling hot. So this is Nunton House Hostel, and the distillery is in Nunton Steadings. And it says I'm here now. So I'm assuming it's this. With 0 signage. Yeah, there we go, distillery it says. Comfortable find. Eventually. So let's go in and see what I can buy. Well, that's the last stop of the day really. That was the gin bought at the North Uist distillery. Cheeky 3 miniature pack of different flavours. Add it to my miniature collection. And now it's off to the coop to get some provisions, get my dinner for tonight, get some wood, firelighters and kindling, so I can have a bit of a peat fire, but top it off with wood to make it a bit nicer, get a wood fire going. So use the peat to get it started, and then a wood fire, and then hopefully I really want the rain to come, because I want some rain to come, so let's have it when I'm in. If there's going to be rain, have it when I'm in. I'd quite like to have some rain, sitting on the porch. Anyway, good old co-op. I hope I can get logs that'll fit in the top box. I'm hoping I can get, I'm sure I saw bags of logs that weren't enormous. Okay, so that is provisions for the evening. What? A big bag of logs. And some soup, a couple of crusty rolls, and onion rings. So back home now. It's now saying 17 minutes, which would make it, so yeah, arrival 4:51. Man, it's busy. Jeepers. Come on, man. And we're home.